Hey there, welcome to Izzo's Place. Thirsty Thursday. So you might have seen the neck pour. There's a blue run. I actually don't have the bottle anymore because something to know about me, and of course, willing to share samples, via mail. Although don't tell anyone I'm shipping. I mean, I'm not shipping alcohol by mail. I'm shipping corn juice. Anyway, so if you are over 21, if you're in the United States, and I'll look into international shipping eventually. If you want a sample of something, if you want to do a flight with Izzo, email me at heyizzo@yahoo.com. But if you're local, and sometimes I'm in Cleveland, and sometimes I'm in Naples. So Ohio and Florida are the locales. But sometimes if you're local and you catch me at a weak moment, I just might give you half a bottle. So I can't show you the bottle. This is a different blue run that I have. This is a whiskey single pick from ADHD Whiskey. So the bottle that I had looks similar to that. But what we're reviewing today is the Blue Run Golden Rye. And so actually what I did is I filled up a bottle that I had. It happens to have an Izzo sticker on it. I have not done my rye blend yet. No one get jealous. And so I was in a moment of generosity. I gave the half of that bottle to a friend that was here with me. So let's just keep that whimsy going. And you know what? This thing's not as bright and reflective as some of my high vis. It's a little cold today. We had our first snowfall here in Cleveland. Oh, let me do this for Lauren Campbell. Gotcha. Anyway, I kept some so we could do the review. I just can't show you the bottle. So I'm gonna pour this. And I gotta be honest, if you saw the neck pour, it's getting like hints of rubber hose in there, and that's not something that I really want in my whiskey. But sometimes things open up in the bottle, so obviously this got a little bit of air in this little bottle. Hopefully what I gave to my friend has opened up as well. The Blue Run Golden Rye Whiskey. I'm gonna nose it and sip it. I'm not gonna say anything about it yet, at least nothing specific. I got to think about that one, but we'll come back to it. I'm going to talk about it. I don't have the bottle to read this time, so I've gone to Blue Run Spirits website, and I found their Golden Rye. Now, I don't know if I had batch 1 or batch 2. Currently, they're selling batch 2 on their website. So Golden Rye, small batch rye whiskey, batch number 2, $109.99 retail. And my bottle that I got, I had ordered something from a liquor website, and after I checked out, you know how sometimes when you check out of places, they'll offer you other products, try to get you to spend more money. Well, a lot of times I ignore those, but when I ordered those Maker's Mark, they offered me the bottle of Golden Rye Blue Run at half off. So I bought it for $55. So that was pretty tremendous savings off of the retail. That's nice to see. So here's what we're reading. Blue Run Small Batch Golden Rye Whiskey is Blue Run's inaugural rye expression. Named for both the distinct color of the choice grains that were used in the creation process and the resulting product, Golden Rye was awarded a gold medal in 2021 by the San Francisco World Spirits Competition. So that's fun. It's 95 proof, so that would be what? 47.5 alcohol by volume, if you prefer. All right, we're going to skip the tasting notes. We'll come back to those. I got a quote here from some magazine. Always a wondrous day when a gleaming new bottle of Blue Run reveals itself, especially when it's batch 2 of their Blue Run Golden Rye Whiskey, the follow-up to their first rye whiskey, the 2021st San Francisco World Spirits Competition gold medal winning batch 1. Okay, so okay, fortunately I didn't lose too much of what we were talking about. And actually, we can make this shorter than it would have been otherwise. So I had read, I had read from the magazine review. So anyway, some details. So Master Distiller Jim Rutledge, Bourbon Hall of Famer, 95 proof, only 102 barrels were produced, which is a little under 3,000 bottles, I believe. Appearance is rich amber. I mostly agree with that. I think it's just got a little bit of hint of red, a little that I'm not used to seeing in amber. Blue Run. Okay. And I went back and, you know what? I had read the story. So let's go ahead and find their story, because I read that for you when the power went out of my microphone. I'll have to keep an eye on the microphone. Our story. Blue Run Spirits was founded by 5 people with one shared passion, great whiskey. Where did the name come from? Georgetown, Kentucky's Royal Spring, what co-founder Jesse McKnight called the Blue Run as a kid. Home to the birthplace of bourbon back in 1789. We hope you enjoy our fine bourbons and rye whiskeys as much as we enjoy producing them. Like any good story, ours has just begun, and now our growing Blue Run family will help us to write the rest of the story. So I'll probably sign up for their newsletter, get news and stuff from them. I will do that later. So let's go back to this. Oh, and then I went and did research. It's actually Molson Coors that bought Blue Run. They bought them last year, August of 2023. And they say they're committed to keeping the quality up, and it sounds like they kept the founders on. And as a matter of fact, the main founder, I can't remember his last name, and I'm not going to look it up again, but the main founder is now the vice president of Coors Spirits Company. So it seems like they're trying to integrate what seems to be a good company into their processes. So if you're a fan of the Blue Run, hopefully the quality is going to stay up there for you. All right, so let's go ahead and get back into tasting this then. Here's the Golden Rye. I'm going to scroll down to the notes. I'm not going to look at them yet. Okay. So on the nose, it's glorious. The nose has all the stuff that I like in a rye. It's got some mint. It's got some vanilla. It's got a little bit of barrel char, just a hint. Really fantastic rye smells on the nose. On the palate, it's got a little like caramel vanilla swirling around together. It's got some light baking spices on the palate, but then it's mostly spicy on the finish. It's 95 proof, so it's not way up there. I was getting some sort of rubber hose note, I believe, and I don't think I'm getting that now. Let me actually just go back to my short. Just double check that. And in the meantime, I'll nose it while I wait for myself to talk to myself. Oh, I am wearing almost the same outfit from the short. I have almost the same amount of scruff in the short. Short was probably a year ago. Really funny. No, it's funny to me. It might be funny to Lauren Campbell as well. Come on, play. All right, second official nosing. Nothing new on the nose. Very pleasant. Vanilla, vanilla mint spice, barrel char. All right, so apparently when I first cracked this open, I was getting a rubber note that it was as if I was drinking bourbon out of the cup of a raft. Little visual image there for you. It sounds like I got the same note on the palate as well, but now I got no hint of that. So that's really good. It's got, and the vanilla on the nose is like a candy, sweet, processed vanilla note. So I really enjoy that. Little hint of mint. Usually for me, the mints translate to a winter mint, like a sweeter mint, and that's what I'm getting here. I do get just a hint of dill, which I get on rye sometimes. And not a dill pickle, not like a vinegar, like the herb that they use in the vinegar to pickle the thing. And I think, see, it's a lot sweeter, this second nosing. I think what it was translating as barrel char initially, now just seems like some caramel. So instead of the caramelized oak, it's caramel. So instead of burnt oak, it's burnt sugar. Slight difference. That's neat. Okay, so this time on the palate, the caramel vanilla that stayed on the front. Then in the middle, instead of being like an allspice or a rye spice, I got like a hint of a bread note, but spicy, almost like a slice of rye bread, which makes sense if it's a rye whiskey. So caramel vanilla sweetness in the front, the transitions mid to back, it's a piece of rye bread, and then it's spicy going down like a baking spice. No rubber. This aged well. I am so glad to hear that. Now, I didn't pay retail for it. I think I paid the appropriate price for this. $110 for this product seems a little tight. I think what I paid for it was worth it, $56 plus tax and shipping. But I don't know if you've done a blue run. Please let me know what your thoughts are. Let's go and do one more nosing. Oh, we'll look at their tasting notes. We'll see how I compare to the distillers. So on the nose, okay, nose, they have a light note of maple and baking spice opens up the nose. So what the sweetness that they're getting, they said maple. Oh yeah, and my mic's still on, good. The sweetness they're getting, they say maple. I say like a caramel vanilla kind of mixture candy. It's definitely not maple to me. And they say baking spice. Not so much getting baking spice on the nose, but I'm getting those minty notes, which, well, and the dill is probably a baking spice. So I guess I agree with them there. All right, now on the palate. Oh, there's a typo in here. So there's pear, it says there's pear cover, which would be the skin to me, but I think they meant covered. There's a pear covered in caramel sauce with a touch of black pepper. Definitely don't agree, but let me get back in there. I do agree with the caramel part. Okay, so I don't agree about the pear. I get no pear, but that's just me. You know, everyone's palate's different. I definitely got the caramel. I got some vanilla. I will say that after reading black pepper, I do sense the black pepper in there. But it just kind of adds to it, or it makes my baking spice note, makes it more specific, I guess. Let's see what the finish is. Balance of sweet and spicy notes leads to a long ginger snap finish. So ginger snap, that would be sweet and spicy also. I can get behind the ginger too. So the spices on the back, for me, are now black pepper and ginger. The front is sweet to me. The mid and the back are not as sweet. I'd say they're more on the spicy. But I guess that gives the overall palate a sweet and spicy note. All right, so I probably am not buying a backup of this at $109.99. If I ever am able to get a deal where it's under $100, if it's closer to that $56 that I paid. Well, and like I said, I paid some tax and shipping, so I probably paid closer to $80. If I could get this for $80 or less, I think it's a buy. I'm not going to be buying a backup. It's very good though. I'm not really complaining, and it's way better than that neck pour. Neck pour had some rubber notes in it. That was weird. So let me know your thoughts. If you've had the blue run, if you've had any blue runs, this one's a bourbon. We were drinking the rye today, but I just wanted you to see what the bottle looks like. And yeah, let me know. And anyway, if you're working, please work safely. If you're drinking whiskey, please drink responsibly. But do everything with a little bit of whimsy, and you're going to have a good time. And I will see you next time you're hanging out at Izzo's place.